Alright, this one's just gonna be quick. I'm just gonna be talking about how to pick up girls. And I'm just gonna give you the 3 best pickup lines. So, from experience, I'm a little older. So, going up to girls is like low key easy if you have the right thing to say. And I usually always have the right thing to say. So, like, no matter what she looks like, she's short, tall, pretty, ugly, fat, or chunky, you can always use these sayings because they always say it's not the arrow, but it's the bow. And whatever you're shooting with is whatever's gonna hit. So, for that, we'll just start. First girl will be chunky, a chunky blonde, average chunky blonde. So let's say she's standing there, and you come up to her and you're like, hey, my name's whatever, I'll be Gary. So, hey, I'm Gary. And she'll be like, hey, I'm Precious, whatever. Usually what the chunky girls are called. And from there, I mean, you're set up perfectly. So you just go, okay, so where are you from? You know, and she's like, Kentucky or something like that. And you're like, oh my gosh, have you ever had KFC? And then she'll be like, well, yeah, I'm from Kentucky. And then, okay, so here's where it starts, okay? First one is the most important one. If you know movies, you probably heard this one before, but it's, hey, and if her name's Precious, be like, hey, Precious, how much do you weigh? And it's gonna catch her off guard because you're not supposed to ask a girl how much she weighs, but in reality, they want you to. So it'd be like, hey, Precious, how much do you weigh? She's like, we shouldn't talk about that or something. Or actually, she'll be like, hey, probably shouldn't talk about that. And you're like, oh, I'm just kidding. Then you give the wink right there, and she'll be like, 230. And you're like, perfect, okay? Okay, so second one. This is one for a girl that's like athletic but shy, okay? So usually you have to be the one that's the instigator. So if you're gonna like commit murder, in this scenario, you have to be the murderer. You can't be the victim. So you go up to her, she's shy. She's probably not gonna say anything, but like, they might give you that look from across like the hallways. Like the hallways like looking up. She's like, oh shoot. So you're like, so this girl's name is Bella. Bella's probably a sweet girl. She probably means well. She's just really shy. So she's over there and like, well, you can either go there or she can come there, but you'd be like, holler at her or go at her. So either way, you come up to her and be like, hey, Bella, I know you're shy, but, no, that's not right. Nah. It'd be like, I did it the other day. It was like, hey, Bella. Oh, okay. So this only works in the summertime. So girls wear those like tank tops that have like spaghetti straps, okay? So let's say Bella's wearing one. You'd be like, hey, Bella, you like spaghetti? And she's like, what? It's like, oh, because the spaghetti strap. And she's like, oh, I get it, because the strap is on the arm. And she's gonna be like, no, that's crazy. And you'd be like, oh, do you want to go hang out? And I mean, from then on, she's already shy, so you have her. Like, you can either grab her hand and take her or just walk and she's gonna follow. That's simple. Okay, third one though is the best one, is the easiest too. So if like, let's say, let's say her dad was rich but her mom was poor, okay? So she comes in, she walks in, but then you walk up here, so y'all running into each other. Let's say her name is Heather, okay? So Heather walks, you walk. This is the easiest one in the books, okay? So her dad's rich, but her mom's poor. So she walks, you bump her in the shoulder with your left, but be quick, because once you bump her with your left, you gotta be ready for your right. So you bump her, and she's gonna have her phone. That's what I mean. If her dad's rich, she has an iPhone. If she's not, she probably has someone else. So you bump her when it's in her left, and you turn around, you grab her phone, because she's expecting the left shoulder. So when you grab the phone, you'd be like that, then you get it. Okay, you gotta hope it's unlocked. So then you already put your phone number in her phone, and Heather's like, you don't have to worry about it. You put it in, and then you drop it, and she's like, where's my phone? And he's like, oh, I'll get it for you. So then y'all both reach down and try to clank heads, because then it's like when twins communicate, they can like telecommunicate, whatever. You bump heads, she's like, ah, and then you give her phone, and easy, it's like, hey, my name's Mike, and then she's like, oh, I'm Heather, and then give her phone. You're already in her contacts list, you can text her whenever you want.